Good morning, day, night or evening, or what kind of weather you have in your void. Day of time, or let's start from the beginning. Hello everyone, I'm Mark. I'm an amateur artist and English is not my native language, so today I wanna share with you my sketchbook. It's not my first, but somewhat special, because in this sketchbook I started to learn how to actually art, because before this sketchbook I more like drawing with fun. So let's dive in. I started this sketchbook from May 2023 and drawing it to December 2024. I'm pretty lazy in drawing. And yes, if you hear my voice sometimes changing, because I remembering how pronounce some words in English. First pages. I just making some hatching, drawing some triggers, and this is I doing only for fun, to just not making white papers in my sketchbook, or if I too lazy was. I more like to redrawing things, and first things was things from manga, and first manga was Saga of Vinland, or Saga about Vinland. I've forgotten how it will be on English. In that sketchbook I was drawing just only with my pen and drawing slightly, just making a light lines, just to making them more thicker. That I was making in beginning. By with time my method of drawing changed. Here is another one try of drawing. I forgot how his name. His name is Knud from Saga of Vinland. And in another try I was more careful and more decisive to make it. I pretty was happy with that point, that dark and shadowed point, and I saw lightly shadowed his face, these wings and other parts. And actually one of the beautiful things on my mind in that drawing is just that leaf. It's kind of beautiful, and my camera are not so powerful to show it. On the next page another redrawing, but more inaccurate, more awkward. I'm tried to redraw this man, actually his face. I'm more focused on that, because in manga I look at his face and don't kind of understand how it works, or how it will be on drawing. So I tried first of all create a mini sketch of him, then chosen to spend some time on drawing his face. And here I have that kind of redrawing. Here I was watching some video, and those video was about drawing sky or clouds. Here I buy for me colored pencils, and I was like to draw a fan art of my character from RimWorld. That was in 2023 when DLC Biotech was announced, and draw it here and her little builder robot. But I forgotten how that robot was in the game, so I drawing that building, some little things. Another redrawing, more sketches, and I'm used liners in that, pretty detailed. She's standing in front of the castle, and plants on the background. And here I was used that sky drawing technique from video. This is actually my art, not a redrawing. pretty awful, that's all what I can say about that, but we all beginning from something. More sketches. I pretty like it to make these little drawings, little practice. In Pinterest I found some good character to redraw, but I forgotten to save it, so I redrawing it just from my memory and created that art. Here I sketched things from Pinterest, some poses, some photos. That art I made when I watched a video. So here we have a kitchen, here we have some rules about kitchen, like not entering knights on kitchen, but one of the knight was here, and we have a little angry chef girl. How it will be in English, I don't know actually. Chef girl sounds fun. For this drawing I making some preparedness, like a little thumbnail, a little practice of symbols, and for pottery on the background I found it on Pinterest. This was my sketch for my first book that I was writing and published it. I was wanting something like that, and I give it to editor, and they created some art of it. It was my first book, just slice of life and nothing special about it. Here I started practicing more, but what kind of practice we speak? We speak about just little redrawings, little lookings on stuff. I was just sitting looking at stuff some 30 seconds or 1 minute and just started to redrawing it. The next page. There is so many drawings because in those time I was spending some 15 minutes every day on this kind of practice, but I so lazy person, so I drop it on second day or third day. And here, camera. This is another fun art from same game, from Revolved, and I make it art more seriously than before. I started to imagining the character, practicing with her clothes, having some ideas, and I was seeing on the internet another artist. I would like to try his hatching method, anime girls, their eyes, some armor design, some thumbnails, and here I was having right now I can say it was art block, but in those time I actually don't understand what kind with me is making before, because I was drawing so beautiful, so good for me in those time. Then I watch it on that drawing, and I just feeling bad about myself and about my art skills. But then I come back with another redrawing idea, found some interesting art and redraw it as I can. Actually for it I was using two pens, blue and black. Blue I was using for fire under that skeleton. Here I was having fun practicing some perspective drawing, some more sketches, and another redrawing. It's pretty awful actually, because I was using too much lines on outer lines of column of that circle and statue. More redrawing, sketches. This armor setting I was when people started speaking about ChatGPT and other AI tools, I was having idea to say to ChatGPT about making the armor. Just simple task like create an armor design, and that program made it some, but it was not kind of good, and I was started to drawing it. So here I have it, two sets of armor. Then I haven't some holidays, so how it will do a new language, and started to using a pencil. Simple tool. And actually in that arts I was having also some art block, or just because I was using the pencil and I don't knowing how to use it correct. Another redrawing, and using of colored pencils. When I have it colored pencils, I was thinking how to make shadows, lights, or other things with color. I watched some video, having some practice here, and tried to apply to that redrawing. It's kind of good, but too muddy. It can be more cleared, but I was making it too muddy, and right now I think it's just because I was having cheap pencils, or I have too low skill for it. Somewhere from that moment I was using another method of drawing. I just having a pencil, simple pencil, draw with a light sketch, light underpaint, or how it will be more correct to say. Let's say this was underpaint, light underpaint, then make it more correct, more detailed, more light, and after that light sketch with pencil I was using just a pen to draw lines. Another sketching. In that drawing I was having idea about something Byzantium, or was inspired about it, and also I started to more practicing mannequins and other stuffs. Another redrawing and another using of AI tools. I generated image of knight, but it was also awful. I redraw it because it has that interesting thing, some armor, practicing shadow on it, and I'm especially practicing shading on armor, because before that, actually not before that, actually before that I think, I was drawing just for fun, and from here I started to really learning about how to draw with my pen and how actually making art. Also I'm drawing with oil paint, and while I was on my work I was inspired by armor from Elden Ring, and starting in those time practicing to draw it, to understand how that armor work and how it detail it, or how it will be more like to say. And here I was practicing what will be in final, in painting. Then I having some breakdown, some rest from art, like for 1 month or more, I don't remember actually. Started to redrawing, to sketching some my ideas, and I found fun to drawing gemstones or other jewelry. In that art I was having a fun idea of what will be to draw people in the field that walking. In first I draw it as that people in the field, but then I started to imagine what will be on the background, and then I draw it some tower, some castle, a dragon or gargoyle on it, just for fun. And when I finishing drawing the dragon, I was thinking this drawing is not interesting. So I put some flowers on the front, fun art of Freeren from anime. It was actually hard to draw because I not like understand that how to put her legs. I not found that any references on Pinterest to draw that legs, so we have one wooden leg. Started to practicing drawing of cubes, cylinders, spheres. Some forms. In those time I played in Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I was like it's some place from it. So I just make it a screenshot of it and add it to the background. Front characters, and they are awful. I have another drop in my skills, or I was just lazy to making a plan with that drawing. Was having idea about drawing. Here I found some interesting photo from the internet and started to redraw it. So here we have some two knights that having a fight, and I having another art block. I was really angry at me. I was not understanding why I drawing so awful, why my previous art was so good, so beautiful, but my sketches started to be really bad. I just hated every sketch that I was making, but I having some interesting art. I was trying more. So then, after some time, I redraw it another art from the internet, and it was good practicing for me, actually for her skin and hairs. And after that art, I was seeing that my skills are actually growing. However, her hands are too little. But it actually was beautiful. I also added some red blush on her face. Continued to sketching some castles. Another practice, another awful drawing, another angry me. Here some more redrawing. In one of the anime groups I found some interesting art, and I think I can redraw it, because it was looking so simple for me in those time, and I just make it. But for some parts of her I was making some more practice, more work, and here I have it some really beautiful art, actually really good redrawing, pretty good shading of her torso, or how you name it on English. I'm lazy to remember it or googled it right now. Some comics idea. I was thinking, I'm writing books and I'm making art, so I decided to use both of the skill and try to make some kind of comics manga pages. Just one page and no more of it. Maybe I will work more in that direction. Having some idea about some rustic building, about some factory or other things. Another redrawing from internet, but here I was interested only on that knight because on photo there was some background, but I was thinking it will be kind of good just to make that vertical lines, putting him in the center of drawing, and it's actually pretty good, pretty fun. And also here I was used these darkened areas to place them on back. More sketches. As I was talking before, I saw some kind of angry artist, if we can say that, but right now I'm more careful with things, so this is just in the past. Another art block, but not looking at that, I was continuing to draw, even through it, some cute girl. And here I drew it some another idea. I used ChatGPT to give me some ideas about details in that drawing. So here we're having a warrior / mage girl making some magic in the night. This is one of I think it's one of my best drawing in that sketchbook. I redraw it this from real statue. And another art block, another skill drop. I started to hating some of my sketches. From this moment I'm actually dropped art for some 2 weeks or 1 week, I don't remember it. But I'm going back from 2 weeks of rest, make it fun art of my character from Dark Souls. But it actually was, I don't like it in those moments. But I continued to draw, more sketching, and have it another fun art, another art of my character from RimWorld. My character was having some fight in game. Some of her clothes was destroyed, and I was having idea to draw her in those clothes what she was wearing. In that redrawing I was used more colored pencils, and I was trying to make some shadow and light with color, but it's pretty was awful. Here I was watching video about shading a body, and I'm trying to make it with my pencil and with my pen. More sketches of cube, of jewelry, some ideas. And then I found some really beautiful art in Pinterest, was decided to redraw it. I was seeing those art pretty simple to redraw, and actually it really was pretty simple. I was scared of her hair because I don't have an idea of where her hair is going, but I'm improvised with that. Oh, and here I was practicing making a little sketch of her and practicing that cylinders for her. I don't know how it thing will be on English. For that things on legs. more redrawing, more sketches. Then another girl, and here I was making awful mistake to hatching her face. Her face and her hand was in shadow, so I tried to represent that with hatching, but somehow I forgotten how to cross-hatching skin, and now she has some really dark face. Fun redrawing of Raftalia from anime. Another fun art of her. And a light skill drop. More sketches. Some ideas of drawing. Another sketches. Another sketching. Tried to redraw my cat with having a fun pose while sleeping. Here I was having some idea of draw, but I was made it pretty awful and I hate it actually. So here we're having some one paper, but I leave it here because on next page I was practicing more with forms, with perspective of forms. This is paper for hand. You just putting your hand on this because I having a pretty sweet hands, so I just putting my hand on paper and draw it with like that. It making a paper under my hand more clear and a risk of watering ink more low. I don't know actually how to say it more correct, but I think you understand why I'm using some paper under my hand. Try to draw girl with hammer, not like it crossed, but having some rest and try to another time. And here we have some pretty kind of interesting character idea. Having some idea, sketched it, but not finish it because I don't like it how it was actually hard for me draw. I don't know why, just it was hard. Maybe because she is too tall for that kind of page or for my methods. Because before of it I was drawing on, I was practicing more little forms, more little sketches, so I think it was a reason why the draw was pretty awful. And that also. Here more practicing with spheres, cubes, and found some interesting art in Pinterest, redrawed it. Here I started to play in Genshin and was having idea to make a fan art one of the characters. Even after using a reference pose, I was making it pretty awful. Here I was watching video where someone drawing with pencil, and I decided to try and draw it like on the video. But for me it was like a kind of a problem, because he was using more big paper sheet than mine, so that drawing don't have some details. Having pretty fun of drawing it, but after seeing so many mistakes, I was think that I don't need more drawing it, and I'm just colored it and leave it as it be. Having a fun idea of some soldiers of 17th century on the farm. Founded some other art in Pinterest and redrew it. And I redraw it more careful, more slowly than I drawing most of the time. Some fun art of Stalker 2, but when I draw it, I draw it lines of guitar not careful, and I forgotten how guitar are actually look. So lines was pretty awful make it. I improvise it with that broken part and draw it some lines of guitar just to make a look that guitar is broken. So all is actually okay about it. I like it this sketch, so I use it as my profile photo. This is a redrawing from game, and I decided to use some lines to make a look like this is a part of some of the comics or something like that. It was pretty fun to make, but I think that dark lines it was not necessary to make them like lightning and so darken. Founded some interesting caterpillar photo in internet and was inspired of it to make that drawing. And this is my last art in Sketchbook. I was trying to use actually all my methods. I was using a pencil for back, I was used forms to understand how it will be look, and I practiced some color here. So that art was is pretty decent. I was having problems with drawing that pattern of flowers on her dress, so I was needed to improvise with that. And this is pretty all of my sketchbook. It was a kind of interesting journey, and I am continuing to draw. I think I'm okay with art, and maybe in some moment I would like to make it as part of my work. I'm still learning, still drawing, and it was actually hard for me to speak on English, because as I was saying before, English is not my native language. I can read and listening English and understanding it, but speaking and writing for me is pretty hard. I'm not using it every day. Thank you for watching that video. I hope you having fun to watching this journey, a little journey. Goodbye and have a nice day.